We're living in a blue pill world. Yes, a blue pill world where everyone walks around with this invisible gynocentrism that's attached to them that impacts almost everything they do. And no one even knows it. It's invisible. It's as if it's not even there. And it's in all kinds of things. It's in our organizations, in our communities, in our families. It's every place. And it's also in therapy and therapists. Gracious goodness, therapists have a dose of the blue pill. You know, the therapist actually used to be a masculine profession, but it shifted, and it's almost all females at this point. And the feminization of therapy has been going on, just kind of like the feminization of our educational system. But this feminization of therapy has had some impact on the way we do things. And, you know, one of the places you can see it is on therapists' assumptions about what happens in relationships. What happens in relationships, and almost always what I've seen is that the therapists, by default, will tend to focus more on the woman's pain and her difficulties, and the man's not living up to what he needs to do. I mean, that's kind of the gynocentric lens, right? Is focus on the woman's pain and on the guy and how he's not meeting her needs. That's kind of the default in some ways. And, you know, one of the places you can see this clearly is in when women, for years, women have come to me and they've said, I'm so tired of my husband. He's not listening to me. He just wants to fix things. All he wants to do is fix it. Yeah. And so I tell her, I say, you know, here's the deal. Men like to fix things. Why do they like to fix things? Because it makes them feel good. You know, I have this old car, and I'll work on it every now and then, and there's this 10 millimeter bolt that needs to come out, and I can't get it. I'm trying. I can't see it. It's and the ratchet pops off, and it's just, it's so frustrating. Then I finally get that thing pulled off. I'm just awash with a blast of feeling good. It feels good that I accomplished that. I fixed it. I got it done. And this is what happens within men. When we get things done, when we fix things, there's this blast of feeling good. And we want to repeat that in order to feel good. But importantly, we also want to share that with others. So when a man wants to fix something from his spouse who's saying, oh, this, that, and the other, he wants to fix it. He wants her to feel good like he does when he fixes things. Right? Doesn't that make sense? It makes sense to me, and it makes sense to most men. But to women, you see, they look at that and they go, oh, he's only thinking about himself. He's not thinking about me. You know, and poor me, you know, he's not really helping me by just listening. Right? And that's kind of the default. Men are lacking due to their not listening and wanting to fix it, and they're judged as being insensitive because of that, right? But wait a minute. Now imagine you're going to the ice cream store. You go to the ice cream store and you go to the counter and you say, I want an ice cream cone. They say, well, what flavor? And you say, I want an ice cream cone. So they give you chocolate. You taste the chocolate, you go, oh, this is not what I wanted. This is not what I wanted. I wanted something else. But you didn't tell them what you wanted. You didn't say, oh, I want vanilla or Rocky Rococo or anything. I mean, you just said ice cream cone. And so the burden is on you for not saying what you wanted. And in the same way in relationships, if we don't tell our spouse what we want and exactly what we want, the burden's on us. We're the problem. And in some cases with this fixing things stuff, the burden is on women. The women did not tell him exactly what he wants. And I tell this to the women who come into therapy. I say, look, here's what you do. You have a talk with the man. You tell him the difference between consolation and consultation. You tell him that consultation is when you want him to help fix things. And consolation is when you just want him to listen. And I'm telling you, the same things happen over and over again with couples. When the woman has this discussion with the man, he is relieved. He says, you don't want me to do anything? You just want me to sit there and that's all. Yes, that's all I want. he scratches his head and he says, okay, I can do that. And indeed, he does do that. And he does a good job at it. He puts his hand on her shoulder. He just sits there and listens. That's it. And she walks away feeling pretty good, right? And so does he. But remember, the responsibility is now on the woman to be able to differentiate between consultation or consolation. Now, if she tells him that and he still wants to fix it, then it's on the relationship and it's on him for not following through. But you can't blame him until she has really asked for exactly what she wants. So I teach women what to say to get what they want, and a lot of times it works. And both end up feeling good, and that's what we're looking for. We're looking for a space where both can feel good. And that's it for today. Just keep in mind, men are good, as are you. And please like, comment, subscribe, and hit that daggone notification bell, and come see me on Patreon. Men are good.